brought to you by 1AAuto.com, your source for quality parts and the best service on the internet.
Hi, I'm Mike from 1AAuto. I hope this how-to video helps you out. And next time you need parts for your vehicle, think of 1AAuto.com. Thanks.
In this video, we're going to be working with our 2001 Ford Ranger. We're going to show you how to remove and replace the headlight switch. This information is the same from 1995 to 2006 on the Ford Rangers and is similar to several other Ford models. If you like this video, please click subscribe. We have a ton more information on this truck as well as many other makes and models. And if you need this part for your vehicle, follow the link in the description over to 1AAuto.com. Here are the items you'll need for this repair. Remove the three 7mm bolts along the top side of your dash bezel with a socket and ratchet. Remove the two 7mm screws on the center trim bezel below the radio. We're going to use a small flat blade screwdriver with some tape on it to keep from marring our dash surface. To pry out on this center trim panel. Reach back and disconnect all of the electrical connectors. The antenna pops right back and out. This last connector for the four-wheel drive selector is going to have to be pried up on with our flat blade screwdriver. Remove this 7mm bolt that was covered by our center dash panel. Remove the four 7mm bolts, one here, two below the hood release, and one all the way by our left foot, using a 7mm socket and ratchet. Slide the knee pan forward toward you to release the hooks and remove it from the vehicle. Remove this 7mm bolt through the access hole in this steel reinforcement behind the knee pan. Remove these three 8mm bolts using a socket and ratchet. Pull back the knee panel. We'll remove this last 7mm bolt. Now we're going to put our column all the way down if you have a tilt option. Put the key in. Shift the vehicle to first gear to get a little more room around the stick. Pull out on the dash and lift up. Using a flat blade screwdriver, remove this electrical connector. For the interior dimmer switch, push down on the tab, release the other connector from the headlight switch. We've removed this entire panel of the dash from the vehicle because we had to disconnect these switches to access the back of our headlight switch anyway. You can do this inside of the vehicle. We just figured it would be easier to show you if we brought it out and put it on the bench. Pull out and remove the actual knob from the headlight switch. Flip the panel over and remove these two Phillips head screws. Remove the switch from the dash. Here we have our old part that we removed from our truck and our new part from 1AAuto.com. As you can see, these parts are exactly the same. We have the same keyed shaft to reinstall the selector knob onto, the same LED for a backlight. We have the same 2 mounting locations, the same connector on the back. So if your old headlight switch is acting up, either it's not turning the headlights and parking lamps on as it should, they're working intermittently, or maybe the switch is getting hot and blowing fuses, then this new part from 1A Auto is going to go in direct fit just like your original equipment and fix you up right. Reinstall the headlight switch into the dash. Tighten down the 2 Phillips head screws. Flip the panel over. Reinstall the headlight knob. Our dash panel is ready to go back into the vehicle. So we'll shift our truck down into first gear again so we can lay our dash panel back in. When you get pretty close to getting it lined up, take a second to reconnect the electrical connectors for both the headlight switch and the interior dimmer switch. Lay the upper dash panel back into place. You'll see the metal clips and their holes. Line them up, snap them back in. Shift the truck back into park, remove your key. Reinstall the gold 7mm screw in the top right corner of that upper dash panel. Reinstall the 3 black 7mm screws into the top of the dash panel just before the instrument cluster. Reconnect the 4-wheel drive selector connector. Reconnect the cigarette lighter. There's 2 wires there. Reconnect the radio harness, the antenna, the fog light switch, and the AC power outlet connector. Push the center panel back into place. Then reinstall the 2 7mm screws at the bottom of the panel. Reinstall the 2 7mm screws at the bottom of the upper dash panel. Reinstall the 3 screws for the steel knee pan. Tighten them up with an 8mm socket and ratchet. Snap in the top of the plastic knee pan. Reinstall the 4 7mm screws along the bottom. Remember to reinstall the hood release and the 2 screws that go in there.
Thanks for tuning in. We hope this video helped you out. Next time you need parts for your car, please visit 1aauto.com. Also check out our other helpful how-to as well as diagnosis videos.